Introduction: fruits are nature's candy, full of color, vitamins, and life. But for diabetics, not all fruits are created equal. Some can heal your body from the inside out, while others can silently sabotage your blood sugar, even if they look healthy. The truth is, most people living with diabetes have been told to eat more fruit, but no one explained which ones actually help stabilize glucose and which ones make insulin resistance worse. Even so-called natural sugars can cause sharp spikes, leaving you tired, foggy, and craving more carbs within hours. And because fruit seems healthy, most people never suspect it's the reason their blood sugar won't stay stable. In today's video, we're uncovering the worst fruits for diabetics and the best ones you should eat instead. You'll finally know which choices to avoid, which to enjoy, and how to eat fruit the right way to keep your blood sugar in perfect balance. Comment below which fruit you eat most often. You might be surprised to see it on the avoid list. And make sure to subscribe to Dr. Adam Watanabe, your trusted daily source for science-based diabetic nutrition and real results. Fruit smoothies, the ultimate sugar trap. You've seen them everywhere. Healthy fruit smoothies promising energy, vitamins, and detox. But here's what they don't tell you. Most commercial smoothies contain up to 80 grams of sugar, equal to 2 cans of soda. Even homemade ones can be risky if they're built with high-sugar fruits like banana, mango, and pineapple. When you blend fruit, the blades destroy most of its natural fiber, the very thing that keeps sugar from entering your bloodstream too fast. What's left is a liquid sugar rush that spikes glucose instantly. For diabetics, it's one of the fastest ways to trigger insulin chaos, cravings, and fatigue. If you love smoothies, balance them right. Use half an avocado, spinach, unsweetened almond milk, and one low-sugar fruit like berries. Add protein powder or chia seeds for stability. Your blood sugar will thank you. Comment "Smart Smoothie" if you'll be changing your recipe after this. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Dr. Adam Watanabe posts daily science-based tips to help you take back control of your health.
2. Dates and figs, the hidden dessert in disguise. Dates and figs are often marketed as natural sweeteners, but for diabetics, they're a dangerous dessert in disguise. Just 2 dates can have over 30 grams of sugar. That's equivalent to eating an entire slice of cake. And because they're sticky, they cling to your teeth and gums, feeding oral bacteria and raising inflammation that worsens insulin resistance. The problem isn't just the sugar amount, it's the speed of absorption. The combination of glucose and fructose in dried fruits rushes into the bloodstream, giving you an instant spike that can last for hours. That means poor sleep, headaches, and constant hunger even after eating. If you crave sweetness, choose green apple slices with cinnamon. They have natural fiber, fewer carbs, and cinnamon helps improve insulin response. It satisfies the sweet craving without wrecking your blood sugar. Comment "No more dates" if this one caught you by surprise. And don't forget to subscribe. We're exposing food myths every week here on Dr. Adam Watanabe.
Oranges, the healthy snack that isn't always healthy. Most people think oranges are a perfect diabetic snack rich in vitamin C and fiber, but here's the catch. An average orange contains 17 grams of sugar and very little fiber unless you eat it whole with the pulp. And most people don't stop at 1, they have 2, or drink juice alongside breakfast, unknowingly doubling their sugar load before noon. Citrus fruits are acidic, yes, but their natural sugar is pure glucose and fructose, which hits your bloodstream fast. That creates a sugar surge followed by the familiar energy dip. For diabetics, this cycle worsens fatigue, foggy thinking, and hunger cravings later in the day. If you enjoy citrus, switch to grapefruit. It's lower in sugar, higher in antioxidants, and helps improve insulin sensitivity according to multiple studies. Eat it in small portions with protein like Greek yogurt or nuts to slow absorption. Comment "Switching to grapefruit" if you've been relying on oranges for vitamin C. Subscribe to Dr. Adam Watanabe for smarter nutrition habits that keep your glucose steady and your energy high. 4. Fruit juice. The healthy drink that isn't fruit juice might be one of the worst offenders for diabetics, even if the label says 100% natural or no added sugar. Here's the truth. Once the fiber is stripped out, what's left is liquid sugar. 1 glass of orange juice can have as much sugar as a soda, about 25 to 30 grams per cup. Without fiber to slow absorption, the sugar in juice hits your bloodstream in minutes, forcing your pancreas to release a surge of insulin. Over time, that constant stress damages your insulin receptors and worsens insulin resistance, the very thing diabetics are trying to fight. Even juices made from low-sugar fruits like apple or grape still contain concentrated fructose that the liver converts to fat when overloaded. Instead, choose infused water with lemon or cucumber, or drink whole fruit smoothies made with fiber and protein. The difference in how your body reacts is night and day. 5. Dried fruits. The concentrated sugar bomb. Dried fruits might seem healthy after all, they're just fruit, right? But drying removes water and condenses all the sugar into a tiny portion. A handful of raisins or dates can contain more sugar than a candy bar. One small pack of dried cranberries, nearly 30 grams of sugar, and many brands even add extra sugar on top. Because dried fruits are easy to overeat, they trick your brain into thinking you've only had a few bites. In reality, your bloodstream is flooded with concentrated fructose and glucose, spiking insulin and promoting fat storage, especially around the belly and liver. If you love the chewy texture of dried snacks, switch to raw nuts or freeze-dried berries without added sugar. They'll still give you crunch and satisfaction without the insulin chaos. Comment below if you've ever thought dried fruits were a healthy snack. You're not alone. Even doctors used to recommend them. Subscribe to Dr. Adam Watanabe and learn how to separate health myths from real diabetic science. 6. Watermelon. The summer spike. Watermelon feels refreshing, hydrating, and light, but for diabetics, it's a hidden sugar trap in disguise. Despite being 90% water, its natural sugar content and extremely high glycemic index, around 76, make it one of the fastest ways to spike your blood sugar. Within minutes, your glucose levels soar, your insulin follows, and then crash. That crash is why you feel weak, shaky, or starving an hour later. Many people eat watermelon in large portions, believing it's just fruit, but portion size matters. Even 2 cups can load your system with 20 plus grams of fast-absorbing sugar, and since it lacks fiber or fat, there's nothing to slow it down. If you crave something juicy and hydrating, switch to cantaloupe or berries. Both are lower in sugar and provide potassium, antioxidants, and fiber, giving you the same refreshment without the crash. Comment no more watermelon if you've been eating this one guilt-free. Subscribe to Dr. Adam Watanabe for more practical diabetic swaps that help you feel stronger and more in control. Bananas, the breakfast trap. Bananas are one of the most misunderstood fruits for diabetics. You've heard they're full of potassium and great for energy, right? That's true, but the problem is how fast that energy turns into a blood sugar spike. A single ripe banana can contain over 30 grams of sugar and has a glycemic index that rivals some desserts. Here's the hidden danger. Most people eat bananas in the morning with oatmeal, juice, or coffee, creating a triple sugar surge before 10 a.m. That combination floods your bloodstream with glucose and forces your pancreas into emergency mode, releasing a wave of insulin that leaves you exhausted and hungry by noon. If you love bananas, choose green or less ripe ones. They contain resistant starch, which acts like fiber and helps slow sugar absorption. Or better yet, swap your morning banana for avocado. It's rich in potassium too, but with zero sugar and healthy fats that stabilize glucose naturally. Pineapple, the sweet spike you never see coming. Pineapple feels refreshing and light, but it's one of the highest sugar fruits you can eat with a glycemic index of nearly 66, meaning it spikes blood sugar almost as fast as white bread. Its tropical acids also cause a sharp insulin response, leaving you tired just hours after eating it. For people managing diabetes, that's a dangerous cycle: blood sugar spikes, insulin surges, and a crash that leaves you hungry again. But here's something most people don't realize: pineapple's natural sugars, called sucrose and glucose, digest incredibly fast. That makes it the perfect storm for insulin resistance. Over time, this kind of repeated sugar flooding can lead to nerve inflammation, vision issues, and difficulty losing weight. If you crave something tropical, go for kiwi instead. Kiwi is low in sugar, high in vitamin C, and contains natural enzymes that help break down sugar more gently in your gut. Comment goodbye pineapple if this is a fruit you'll be cutting from your diet. Don't forget to subscribe to Dr. Adam Watanabe. I share these powerful swaps every single week. Grapes, the tiny fruit that spikes big. They look innocent, small, and easy to snack on. But for diabetics, grapes are one of the sneakiest sugar traps. Just 1 cup of grapes contains over 23 grams of sugar and a glycemic index that shoots your glucose up faster than most desserts. The reason? Grapes have almost no fiber to slow down the sugar rush, meaning every handful sends your blood sugar on a roller coaster ride. Even the so-called healthy grape juice is worse. It's pure sugar water with all the fiber removed. That constant glucose swing forces your pancreas to work overtime, releasing more insulin, and over time that leads to fatigue, cravings, and even weight gain around the belly. But you don't need to give up on juicy fruit altogether. Swap grapes for berries, strawberries, blueberries, or raspberries. They're packed with antioxidants rich in fiber and help your cells use glucose more efficiently instead of storing it as fat. Comment BY grapes if this one surprised you, and tell me which fruit you'll replace them with. Hit subscribe now to keep getting real, science-based diabetic advice that actually works. 10. Mango, the tropical sugar bomb. Sweet, juicy, and full of flavor, but also one of the most dangerous fruits for diabetics. A single mango can contain over 45 grams of sugar, more than what most people should eat in an entire day. The problem isn't just the sugar content, it's how fast it hits your bloodstream. Mango's high glycemic index causes an instant glucose surge followed by a hard insulin crash. Even worse, the tropical sweetness tricks your brain into craving more, which makes portion control almost impossible. Over time, that sugar overload contributes to insulin resistance, fat storage, and energy dips that feel like exhaustion. If you love tropical fruit, swap mango for papaya. It's naturally lower in sugar, rich in digestive enzymes, and still satisfies your craving for something sweet without wrecking your glucose. Comment BY Mango if this one shocked you. Most diabetics never see it coming. Subscribe to Dr. Adam Watanabe for more hidden diabetic food traps and smart swaps that work. Ending here's the truth. Fruit isn't the enemy, ignorance is. The wrong fruits, eaten at the wrong times, can quietly keep your blood sugar unstable no matter how hard you try to eat healthy. But the right fruits, berries, grapefruit, kiwi, avocado, can nourish your body, balance your insulin, and help you live with strength, energy, and clarity. If you've been struggling to control your sugar levels despite doing everything right, it's time to take a second look at your fruit bowl. These small, simple swaps can transform your health. Every meal is a chance to reset your body to support your heart, your energy, and your future. Comment below which fruit surprised you the most and which one you'll be replacing starting today. Subscribe to Dr. Adam Watanabe and join thousands of people learning how to manage diabetes the smart, science-backed way. Because when you understand your body, you stop surviving and start thriving.